Hello everyone. Welcome to the first devlog for Project Archon Force. This is a RPG creature collector game that I've been working on for almost a year, I guess. It's definitely still in the early stages, as we can see. This is a classic kind of playground developer scene situation here. So I'm still figuring out stuff like the map movement. As you can see, we have a character here. We can kind of run up walls. We can do a jump thing where we jump onto the wall and climb on it, kind of like a bug, right? Why are games about bugs so popular nowadays? Like, I feel like I'm just following a trend at this point. But in any case, yeah, it's a creature collector kind of game. I can open my party menu. I have 3 characters. Uh, I can enter a battle by touching an enemy here. We're still figuring out whether we want to have like on map enemies or have it be a random encounter based dungeon crawler, because I had a lot of fun with Nocturne, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, which uses just straight up random encounters. Let's see, please target the right enemy. There we go. So we're still figuring stuff like that out, or I'm still figuring stuff like that out. But most of the work so far has gone into the combat system. Some skills already have visual effects, as we can see here, and others don't. There's some buffs and debuffs going off, some nice little icons on the characters. Everything's a mess, but this is basically what the gameplay is going to look like here. I'm going to have you counter that debuff with a buff. And let's try and kill this healer character. This is taking longer than expected. I was intending, now I'm hoping we don't kill the healer. Can I prevent that from happening? No, I can't. I'll just waste time. Uh, just pass. Oops, we killed her. Yeah, this is taking longer than expected. I wanted to make the animations nice and quick and snappy, right? Because if there's one thing I find kind of annoying in JRPGs, it's if the animations are long, and so combat takes longer than it has to. So I'm trying to make the animation snappy. Now, a lot of the time that we're seeing pass here is in fact the AI trying to decide on an action to take. So I mean, it's slower because we're in the Unity editor rather than like a built version of the game, but that's still going to need some optimization. Let's not have someone die. How about that? Everybody's going after the one guy in the bottom left. Uh, the AI does seem to like ganging up like that. So let's try and prevent him from dying, if possible, by hitting the enemies. So the combat system, as you see those numbers, right? The HP is obviously the red number. Then the green number is SP, or status points, which basically is just a resource that determines how accurate your attacks are and how good you are at dodging enemy attacks. So the higher the number, the higher your accuracy/evasion rate. And it also affects your chance to critically hit or be critically hit. And then the blue number is your MP. And that's going to be a resource that the player will manage over the course of an in-game day. Right, so with the goal being to make as much progress in the map, get as far as possible before the end of the day. And after a certain number of days, there'll be a mandatory boss fight, similar to the Persona series. Um, so basically, the idea is to get as much done as possible. Oops, he got killed. I keep getting upset when characters get killed because, whoops, um, because when a character dies, it resets the timer for starting negotiations, and I want to show at least one negotiation. So I'm just having characters use attacks that damage SP because I don't want to kill these guys. Nice. Okay, that fish is almost knocked out. When their SP goes to 0, they get knocked out. Uh, which ideally shouldn't happen a lot. Um, yeah, it's supposed to be more convenient to just kill enemies, but you can do this, right? Like if I gang up on this guy, because his SP is so low, he's going to get critically hit by everything. Right, so that was a crit, 22 damage, and the fish is knocked out. Okay, so this should make things simpler because that doesn't reset the timer for negotiation. Now I just have to contend with this armored dude. Big shout out. If you know where I stole that placeholder image from, then I will be super happy. Okay, I will be beyond overjoyed to have someone comment saying they know where that image is from. Anyway, so now we're on the negotiation screen, and one of my sort of most exciting mechanics is so how this works, you see it's like a civilization diplomacy screen rather than the way negotiations work in SMT, where they just ask for stuff and you say yes or no. Here you can actually propose a deal. So say I want to recruit this guy, right, the rusted Triton. I put that item on there and you see it says acceptance chance 0 because I'm not offering anything in return. So what I can do is I can offer skills, right? So this is like the thing that I'm super excited about because this not only is it makes sense that people would want your skills, right? Because they want to become more powerful, but also it's a way to sneakily sneak skills onto characters that they wouldn't otherwise be able to learn. And that's the essence, right? That's the cream of any like creature collector game, right? So I can do this, and he really wants this tech. Maybe I over. Yeah, that's anyway. Let's do this. So he accepted the deal. Now we can conclude. Could have tried to recruit the other guy as well, but for now, right, we have this guy, this rusted Triton. I can. Okay, row is a mechanic that is currently like in the guillotine. Like I'm about to get rid of it. I feel like I'm ambivalent about it, but we see now he's in the party. We can't see the tech because it's not one that could be used in outside of battle. But if I bring up his status menu, he has Binding Blast now, which he didn't have earlier. Uh, so that's that, right? That's pretty much everything for now. And I will be back with another update in a week, right? So see y'all then, and thanks for taking the time to watch. Oops.